Hello everyone, welcome again in your science class. So in our previous class we were done with chapter 3. Hope you understand that. Today we are going to start with our chapter 4. So our chapter 4 is materials, that is metals and non-metals. Firstly, let's understand about materials. Material is generally a substance or mixture of substances that constitutes an object, right? Material can be pure or can be impure also. As you already familiar with the number of materials like iron, aluminium, copper, etc., right? Discuss about the appearance and hardness of materials. Here are some materials or objects. Let's understand about their appearance and hardness. First of all, first example is iron. As you all know that appearance means whether the material is shiny or dull, right? So as you all know that iron is shiny in nature and iron is very hard material, right? Next is here coal. As you all know that coal is not in shining nature. Coal is a dull material and it is not very hard. And next example is here sulfur. So sulfur is also not a shining, it is also dull material and it is again not very hard. Next is here aluminium. Aluminium, you know about aluminium foils, right? Doors are also made up of aluminium. So aluminium is shiny material and is very hard material. And last one is here copper. Copper is used in electric wires, right? So copper is also shiny material and is very hard material also. On the basis of their appearance and hardness of materials, we can distinguish them between metals and non-metals. Metals can be distinguished from non-metals on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. Let's firstly understand about physical properties of metals and non-metals. The basic difference between physical properties and chemical properties is that if we are talked about physical properties, then that means we are talked about their nature and appearance, right? But if we talked about their chemical properties, then we talked about their chemical reactions with air, water and something else, right? So physical properties of metals and non-metals. First is metals are malleable. Firstly, let's understand what is the meaning of malleable. Malleable, or we can say that malleability. Malleability is the property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets. When a material can be beaten into a thin sheets, then that means it has a malleable nature, or we can say that it has some malleability, right? So metals are generally malleable. Metals are malleable, but non-metals are non-malleable. Let's take an example to understand the meaning of malleable, right? As you see that blacksmith beating an iron piece or an article made up of iron. Would you beat a wood piece like that? Wood piece can be beaten into a thin sheet? No, right? You saw that the shape of the iron nail and the aluminium wire changed on beating, राइट जैसे ही हम उसको बीट करते हैं तो एल्यूमिनियम है या आयरन है वो क्या होता है थिन शीट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है ब्रेक नहीं होता बट दैट कैन बी बीटन इनटू थिन शीट्स एंड दैट द शेप ऑफ द आयरन नेल एंड द एल्यूमिनियम वायर कैन बी चेंज्ड. If they were beaten harder, these would be changed into sheets, right? So that is the malleability. Like the silver and copper can also be beaten into thin sheets, right? So I am going to show you malleability nature of some metals and non-metals. Suppose we have a aluminium foil. As you all know about aluminium foil. Aluminium foil is made up of aluminium. It can be converted into thin sheets, right? But you will never see a wood sheet like this. because wood is a non-metal and aluminium is a metal, so that's why it can be beaten into these sheets, right? Here is a non-metal like coal. Coal is your non-metal, but if we beat it, it cannot be beaten into thin sheet, or it cannot be converted into thin sheet. Break. If we beat it harder, it will break, but it can never be converted into thin sheet, right? So this is the malleability. So metals, as you understand from both of these things, that metals are malleable whereas non-metals are non-malleable. Means non-metals can never be beaten into thin sheets, right? For example, iron, aluminium, copper, silver, all these are metals and all these can be converted into thin sheets. And coal, wood, etc., all these are non-metals and they cannot be beaten into thin sheets. So that is your malleable nature of metals, right? Now our second property of metals is metals are ductile, right? Ductile means a material or a substance can be beaten into wires, right? As malleability means they can be beaten into thin sheets, right? जैसे मैंने आपको aluminium sheet दिखाई, right? And ductile means they can be beaten into wires, right? As you already know about copper wire that is used in electrical appliances, right? So copper is a metal, so that's why it can be beaten into wires, right? As you know that copper and aluminium wires are used in electrical appliances, right? So here you can see that this is the copper wire जो front में है, right? This is the coating on copper wire so that current can not affect us, right? So this is the coating of PVC that we were discussed in our previous chapter, polyvinyl chloride, right? Copper wire, right? You can see that this is a very thin wire, right? We can beat a copper into these thin wires, right? So from this it is clear that metals are ductile in nature, means metals can be beaten into thin wires, whereas non-metals like coal, you will never see a wire made up of coal or wood because these are non-metals, they cannot be beaten into wires, right? So metals are ductile in nature and non-metals are non-ductile in nature. Now our third property is metals are good conductor of heat, means heat is easily passed through a metal, right? Let us take an example. Can you ever hold a hot metallic pan which is without a plastic or a wooden handle, जिसमें wooden handle या plastic handle ना लगाओ, क्या आप उसको ऐसे ही hold कर सकते हो जब वो गैस पे है, right? Can never hold a hot metallic pan which is without a plastic or wooden handle because heat is easily passed through that pan because that pan is made up of metals. It can be made up of iron or aluminium, right? But if the handle is covered with the plastic, you can see that most of the handles of the pan are made up of a plastic or a wood, right? Because plastic or wood is non-metals and they are bad conductors of heat. Heat can never be passed through that handles, right? That's why the handles of a pan are made up of plastic or wood. So from that it is clear that metals are good conductor of heat because heat is easily passed through that, and non-metals are poor conductor of heat because heat will never pass through them, and we easily hold a pan with a plastic or a wooden handle, right? But we can never hold a hot metallic pan which is without a plastic or wooden handle, right? Metals are good conductor of electricity, right? Let us do an activity to show that metals are good conductor of electricity, right? Here I am going to show you an activity from which it will clear that metals are good conductor of electricity whereas non-metals are poor conductor of electricity, right? So here are some connections. As you can see that when I am joining this copper wire with this battery, the bulb will glow. You can see here the bulb will glow, right? As you know that aluminium foil is made up of metal, so if I am joining this wire with this aluminium foil, then if this is made up of metal, then current will pass through this also, right? I am joining this aluminum foil with this battery, and I am joining this wire also. You can see that when I am joining this aluminum foil with this battery, the bulb will glow again. You can see here the bulb is glowing because aluminum foil is made up of metal. Now let us take an example of a non-metal. Non-metals are poor conductor of electricity. So here is a coal which is non-metal. If I am joining this coal here, then current, you can see that bulb is not glowing because non-metals are bad conductor of electricity, and electric current will not pass from the non-metals. So that's why the bulb is not glowing here in case of coal. But in case of aluminum foil, the bulb is glowing immediately because aluminum foil is made up of metal, and metals are good conductor of electricity. From this activity, I think it is make clear understand that metals are good conductor of electricity. This is your fourth property. Next property, physical properties, metals are sonorous in nature, right? Sonorous means metals produce sound. As you can see in your schools that bells are made up of metals, right? Have you ever seen wooden bells in temples, right? In temples also the bells are made up of iron, right? Because iron is a metal and it produces a lot of sound. But if a bell is made up of wood, it will never produce sound because non-metals are non-sonorous in nature. The things made of metals produce a ringing sound when struck hard. Suppose you have two boxes similar in appearance, one made of wood and the other of metal, right? Let us do an activity again to show that metals are sonorous in nature. Suppose we have these two handles, these both are made up of metals. When we strike them, you can hear that these produce a ringing sound like this, right? We have two wooden things also. So if we beat them, they will never produce a beaten sound because they are non-sonorous in nature and metals are sonorous in nature. From this activity, it is clear that metals are sonorous in nature, right? Let's revise all these things again. Firstly, metals are malleable means metals can be beaten into thin sheets, right? Second is metals are ductile. Ductile means metals can be beaten into wires. Third is metals are good conductor of heat, right? Metals are good conductor of electricity, जैसे आपको एक्टिविटी में बताया. Next, metals are sonorous in nature means metals produce sound when struck to a hard surface. Secondly, the properties of non-metals are just opposite to that of the properties of metals, means non-metals are non-malleable, means non-metals can never be beaten into thin sheets. Non-metals are non-ductile, means non-metals can never be beaten into wires. Non-metals are bad conductor of heat, means heat can never be passed through the things made up of non-metals. Non-metals are bad conductor of electricity, means electric current can never be passed through the things which are made up of non-metals. Next, non-metals are non-sonorous in nature, means non-metals do not produce a ringing sound when struck to a hard surface. So this is all about the physical properties of metals and non-metals, right? I think you understand these things properly. And this is done with your today's class, and next we will do in our next class, that is chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Thanks. Have a great day.